trying this one more time and see what happens with this live video. Hopefully there's no echo. Waiting. So we can, that's technology. That's how it rolls. If you guys can hear me, say hello. That I'm not echoing. I'm waiting for the two gentlemen. Hi, Melanie. We had technical difficulties. But I'm waiting for my two fellow spiritual family members to join me on this live. We are going to be discussing the journey of spirituality from the view of Melanin Man, because I want to, thank you. I want to get on the subject of Melanin Men. Hear you loud and clear. Good. Okay, I'm adding you now. Yeah.
Okay, hear me good?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, I'm trying to. I don't know if live will let me add two people at the same time. Will it let me add two people?
I've seen it done, but
I'm not.
I'm not the best person that actually knows about how that stuff works.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So when my cousin comes through, I'm gonna try to add him, but let's get started because I don't want to hold up any more of your time. So I wanted to just discuss the journey of spirituality through the Melanin Man's eyes. So I have a few questions. It's personal. It's all spiritual. And if you can answer them, because I have a lot of who give their opinion on how it is on our side, ups and downs, and the different types of emotions. And I wanted to do this video so we can hear from a man's point of view how it is um, to be, on our spiritual journey. So can I ask you, like, what kind of, do you practice religion or any kind like what kind of spirituality thing do you do?
Just African spirituality. Some people call it voodoo, but I just stick to my cultural roots.
That's how I am. So I also practice voodoo as well. Not voodoo.
Right.
I'm getting there. So I'm getting
It's a
there. So
process.
I'm excited. It is a process. It's a very, very long process. You know what? It might be your headphones that got us echoing. That's just something to do.
You think so?
Headphones in? No,
Is it my headphones?
it might be. Like I'm echoing back to myself. Like when you before you came on, I can hear myself clear.
Uh
But
huh.
when you came on, I heard you. I can hear myself echoing. And it sounds so whack. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't hear the echoing on my end, but I can take out the.
Really?
Yeah,
My raggedy phone.
yeah, I
You
don't
got
hear
an
the
iPhone,
echoing
no?
no more. But can you hear me loud and clear?
Loud.
Okay.
I
I
am.
am. Yeah, but you're not echoing anymore, though. I don't hear any echoing no more.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
good.
I'm
I'm
waiting. I'm
waiting.
trying
I'm
to
trying to
see my.
see my.
It
It
says
says
Jason
that
on
he's on
here.
here.
That's add
Add
him.
him.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I guess
I guess
D'Angelo, you
D'Angelo,
have
you
some
have
questions
questions
in the
in the
broadcast, but
broadcast,
I'm
but
gonna I'm gonna
I'm
keep
gonna
the
keep the
ball
ball
rolling because I
rolling
don't
because I
want to
don't want
hold
to hold
people up.
people up.
So the
So the
first
first
question I
question
will
I will
have to
have to
ask
ask
is,
is,
can you
can you
introduce your
introduce your
name, where
name,
you're
where you're
from,
from,
you know,
you know,
just like
just like
introduce
introduce
yourself because
yourself. Because
everybody know
everybody
who
know
I
who I am.
am.
Okay. I'm Yieh Sasekpo, Lionheart in English. Originally from West Africa, Nigeria. On my mother's side, father's side is originally from Liberia. Um, I'm just a simple African guy that tries to keep a balanced, centered life throughout this matrix we call it sometimes. And just keep and trying to inspire other men to be their true self and as an organic functioning man and to to take on that mantle and to be what we're supposed to be, so that way we can have the influence we in our community.
Cool. I like that. That's what's up. Well, I have a lot of my viewers from my community that I told them to just jump on my personal Facebook. Facebook is going through a lot of. I can't even add my cousin. I want him to get on here. Um, I told him to send a request. I don't know what's going on with this line, but I'm gonna keep the ball rolling. Okay, so the first question I have for you is, what started your spiritual journey as a man? So, what started your spiritual journey?
I grew up in a spiritual slash religious home, and then with our African, roots on my family side, it just kind of evolved to where I'm at right now. So from birth, I grew up to be in tune with myself, and my parents really did a good job on giving me a good foundation, fundamentals from a
Okay, so
spiritual
now I can
aspect.
hear you like very low. Is it? I don't know what the heck is going on. Like I can hear you, but you're low, like really low.
Real low. Oh wow. How about now? No.
No, no.
Ooh, this is not good.
Like you was loud and clear. Like I don't hear myself echoing now a little bit, but your volume is like really low. I don't know what's going on. Can y'all hear us out there? Somebody said I was echoing really bad. Why? Why
How
does it
about
want to do this
how about
tonight?
now?
I can hear you, but you're still like very low.
Very low. Oh man.
I know, Melanin Man, Facebook sucks. They don't want this message to get out. They hate us. Like, oh, no, she doing a collab with some spiritual man. No, we can't have it. No, can't have it. Because I didn't even hear like your explanation of like what got you started into spiritual. Like, that's how low you are. And
Oh
so
wow.
I don't. Other people be on Facebook and be loud and clear, and you can hear both parties. They have three or
Right.
four people, and I'm trying to do something to bring African males to the forefront of spirituality, seeing other black males, talking about it. So, hey, this is why I wanted to do this. It's hard sometimes. I just be got to do dirt, but I am definitely excited about this. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Can you hear me loud and clear now?
You still low. Like I can hear you if I shut up, but like if I'm talking, I can't hear you, and you're saying something, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I unplugged my headset.
Really? So somebody said I can hear him, but it's echo. I don't know why. I have no idea. Okay, say something now.
How about now?
Great.
Great. Okay.
Yes. Perfect.
All right. All right.
Good. I'm excited. Okay. So start over. I'm sorry. Explain to everybody again. I'm so sorry. What started your spiritual journey?
What started it was really I grew up in a spiritual home.
Mm-hmm.
Parents were very spiritual. Now they were into the religion aspect, but with more of a self-aware aspect of it. And so growing up like that made me to be more self-aware of myself, to be more tuned. It wasn't just something you just act out; it was something you had to become. And then with our family history, it just evolved to where I'm at right now.
That's cool. I like that. That's dope. That's pretty dope. I like that. I like that. Um, so my next question, yes, they said it's better now.
Awesome.
So it probably was me. I got stupid Spectrum, so I disconnected from my Wi-Fi. And when I did that, the sound came in clear. Okay,
Okay.
so my next question, Um, so you grew up in Africa. You said West Africa?
Yeah, I was born in the U.S., but my family
Okay.
is from West Africa.
Wow, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. What has been the most fundamental part of living your spiritual life? Like being from West Africa and having the roots like embedded in you from birth. Because as we know, a lot of people in America, Africans, we have lost our roots, so we're trying to find our way back to the source, our way back to our culture. So being from West Africa and having that instilled in you already, like what is the most fundamental thing like you've learned on this journey?
The most fundamental thing would be what my Baba told me, my father. He said, your identity,
Yeah.
you know, of knowing who you are, where you come
Mhm.
from, so you can know where you are going. He said your identity is like the ID card. If you lose it, you lose yourself. So the most
Yeah,
fundamental part
absolutely.
is to understand who you are and know why who you are, and to no matter what, no matter where you are, you carry it with you and be proud of it.
I like that. I like that. I really do. That's awesome. Wow. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm kind of sad that I couldn't get like a whole panel of men to hear different because I wanted to get just like a different point of view from different African men, even African American men
Right.
on how this spiritual journey is because a lot of men um are kind of quiet in spirituality. It's always the women you see that's always on the forefront that's like, you need to heal and you need to do this and you need to do that. And I'm like, okay, I'm sick of hearing about women and their woes and because I hear it all day long. I want to see we cannot be the only ones on this journey. So where is the spiritual black men that can teach us what we are lacking? It's that balance. You got to have both. And a lot of African men that are into spirituality don't speak out about it. They don't voice it for real. So,
I think
but my next question for you, what you say? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
no, I was saying I think it's because a lot of them they still trying to find out the blueprint of how to
Okay.
see that. Yeah, I think it's a lot easier for women, because it's easier for them to connect to the mummy water and the different, feminine aspects of the
Yeah, like
true.
Oshun and all of that. Yeah.
Man, it's a lot more challenging because you have some who say they are, but they're living a double life. It's a lot different. It's a lot more difficult, and it's harder for men to trust other men, to allow themselves to
Yeah.
become comfortable amongst men like that on that level, to where they can really, shed themselves and really evolve back into what it means to be a man. So, and a lot of
Wow.
it's very challenging.
Wow. Okay. So that's wow. Look, we unraveling some skin. This is what I'm saying. This is why I wanted to do this because we as women we can speculate all day long like how men are living spiritual and how we hope and wish that we find a spiritual man. But speaking for you can speak from a man's point of view like this is why this is this way when it comes to men. We don't know. We're just speculating. But wow, that was amazing. My next question would have to be, what was the hardest part about healing? So we know with this journey, you have to heal in order to grow. So, like I said, women are always on the forefront about their healing journey and how much we take in to get to where we need to be. So, as a male, what was the hardest part about healing for you? Or like, how did you heal? Like, how, if you can give us like a snippet into how did you get to become who you are now?
I had to become vulnerable from my internal aspect, and
Okay.
that's the hardest and scariest thing for men in general to do, is to become vulnerable with oneself, not even
Wow.
towards the but within one's own self, to look at yourself for who you really are, and
Mm-hmm.
and there's a ritual that's done where the man goes out into the dark and faces himself, and through that, you able to overcome fear, be able to find out who you really are as a man, and it
Wow.
gives you such a more self identity and self strength and courage to be different. Because one aspect of the challenge is that the other aspect is that once you cross over and become that man, the world sees you as different. They see you as someone that's odd, and now you have to deal with that aspect of it as well. So
Wow.
so there's two sides to that difficulty.
Wow. Okay. Ooh. So I guess that ties into my next question. That would be like, what is the challenges you face while healing? So I guess what you would say, that vulnerability, that facing yourself as a male.
Yeah. Also, just dealing with my fellow men at first, it was a challenge because they thought, oh, this guy is just trying to do this because he just want to get chicks. So it takes
Yeah.
patience. It takes courage to where once they realize that you are sincere, you are genuine. Now I have men from different parts of the world who have respect for me, who come to me for advice. I mean, from different status levels, and they just have a genuine respect for me and reach out to me for guidance when it comes to just becoming that better man within oneself.
Wow. Okay. I like that. I like that. I'm learning a lot. Like, this is not just for my viewers, this is for me as well because I wanted to know. And a lot of women that, I encounter women every day when we talk about healing and all types of stuff. And like you said, when you get into spirituality, people think you're in it to get a spouse. Most people are, they get into spirituality because they want something, but they are not willing to give. You get what I'm saying? So to hear from a man's point of view, like, no, you have to come in it, sincerely. You have to, go into the darkness to find yourself and open up yourself and be vulnerable. A lot of men do not want to face that. And for a man to be on this live right now telling other men viewers, you have to do it in order to get to where you need to be. That's very important because as a male, it is very hard to break a man to be vulnerable.
It is.
Y'all gotta be tough all the time. The world tells y'all need to be tough, and that's what it is. There ain't no time to cry and heal. You ain't got time for it.
And
So,
when I was young, I made a very conscious decision that I wanted to be the change that I see, and I wanted to
mm,
let my life be an example to other men that it can be done. Because I think we see so many men before us make excuses and not
mm-hmm.
be done. And I'm like, yeah, you can be a disciplined, black, responsible man who, overall is balanced and functional and productive in society without feeding into the status quo of being a womanizer or a drug
Yep.
dealer, this or that, all those negative connotations that's out there attached to us. So,
Wow. Okay, so you saying like womanizer just popped in my head to like ask this question. Okay, so in spirituality, the thing with women is the fear of. Okay, so every spiritual woman wants a spiritual guy, right? But what I hear a lot is that women are saying like most spiritual men are like spiritual rapists. So they're getting into relationships with spiritual men that are like raping them of their energy. So have you encountered men like that, like in teaching other men where, you I guess reveal them to themselves that, they're in it for the wrong reasons or
yeah, I've had those heart-to-heart conversations with men or observed men who gather sacred knowledge whilst they are broken. The worst thing you can do as a broken person is tap into sacred knowledge. You must first heal yourself.
repeat that one time, one more again. Well, look, my St. Louis is coming out. Say it one more again. What?
The biggest mistake you can make as a broken person is to tap into sacred knowledge.
And why is that?
Because once you do, it will block you from healing yourself, and now you got all that power, and now you feel like you're invincible. You feel like you have all of it, and next thing you know, you're that brokenness will turn into damaging other people.
Woo-wee. Y'all heard it first, right here. Yeah. Okay, this is why I wanted to do this because I can't speak for men, and to have a man on the panel to talk about these type of things. I hope y'all sharing this video so other people can watch and learn because this is can't find this in a book. Let me just say that. You can't find this in a book. For real. Wow. Um, so I would have to ask, like, as a male in spirituality, what what ways do you stay connected with divinity? With, your higher self? Like, how do you stay grounded, connected as a male?
I won't go into everything on publicly on social media, but one of the few things I can share is meditation.
Yeah.
It's very important. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
your diet,
Yeah.
that's also important.
Yeah.
And also understanding that the sun is your guide to being the best man you can be on earth.
Wow. The sun, right? SUN in the
Yes,
sky,
friend.
the sun. Yes.
They
Wow. Yeah, I
probably heard
heard that.
man to be a man, he must first follow the sun.
To be a man, you must first follow the sun. Wow. I'm gonna share the Wow, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. um, my next question would be, how has being on this spiritual journey affected, like friendships or family relationships or past relationships? Like like how they say when you grow, leaves fall off, you lose people. So how has living this way, like, affected relationships in the past? And it doesn't have to be like love relationships, like friends. Like, did you have friends you grew up with that, you got on this path and you've lost them or you had to leave them behind?
Well, actually, my growing up was probably a little different from most people because my best friends were my parents.
Really? Wow, that's cool. That's
Yes.
pretty cool.
So growing up, I never really, outside of my parents and my siblings, I didn't really have, I had buddies and associates that I got older and friends, but like when you say like really true like best friends, that was really
Yeah.
my parents. They were the ones I went to for intimate stuff and needed a guidance, advice on certain things. They was the one
Wow.
I talked to right there.
So they or your parents like really rooted in this too? Like, is
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
like African? That's pretty cool. Wow. Okay.
But as
You
I got
already, I mean, you answered things so eloquently. I love it. I absolutely freaking love it. Um, what advice would you give to African men, black men, melanin men who are first starting out in their journey, like of finding themselves, healing? Like, what advice would you give them?
uh, first advice I'll give you is let go of everything you think you know about what it is to be a man. Just let it go.
Hmm. Wow. And what, okay, so being a man, meaning like what? Like, is it the money, the gotta have a job and gotta be, what is it? What is being a man? Let me ask. Because you're a man, I don't know. What's being a man?
A man, I can answer you using the sun as an example. What does the sun do every day? It
It
provides,
shines.
it shines,
Mm-hmm.
protects, it protects, right?
Yeah.
That's the job. That's our basic organic fundamental as a man is to shine, project, and protect. And we
Wow.
provide. That
Yeah,
has
I
been
heard it. Wow. To shine, to protect, and to provide.
if
Wow.
you study the attributes of the sun, you find everything you need to know on how to be a productive man.
Wow. The sun is the key, y'all. For being healing, the sun is the key. So, any other words of advice you would give to men watching this right now before we end? I told you I wasn't going to keep you long, but I just wanted to touch on a few things. So, any other aspects that, that you feel fit you need to say to your fellow man or whatever?
Let go. Just let go. I know it's tough. I know it's difficult. I know it's challenging. But for your own internal well being
No. Let me show y'all how this live is hating. It completely froze as soon as I was gonna get to the knowledge. If y'all can see me, if y'all can see him, say something, because I don't know. I can see myself moving. Facebook been tripping on this live video today. This is not where it's at. Can y'all see me? Or can y'all hear me? Okay. I don't know if y'all can see me. Somebody say something. I know, Melody. Okay, so that was yeah. That's how I know he's gone. Look, he said what he had to say. Just you. Oh my God. Well, anyway, that was yeah. I will. I know everybody's saying I can see you. I can see you. I know it lost us. Yeah, I'm so sad. But I guess he can just leave your message for the male counterparts. I know, cut me off. How rude. How rude. Let me see. Forget that. We got to get this message. So I'm adding you just to add that part in. There we go. Because we got to hear what you had to say. Facebook ain't finna do us like that. So, is he froze again? Facebook is something else, y'all. I can't believe this. We got partial of his message. I don't even like that. Like Facebook is a mess. But that is Misty. Yeah. I wanted to come out here. You guys know I have my own community of spiritual healing for the melanin brown skin person, whether you are a male or female. And I wanted to get on this live and talk to Mr. Yeah from a male's point of view of spirituality, African spirituality that is. So, Mr. Yeah, if you can see me, just leave just leave your message in the comments for the male for the males that you were gonna say because it totally cut us off. I know it was getting so good, I know, but I didn't want to keep him too long. I didn't want to make this video too long. He's a busy person. I know they don't want the empowerment out there. They are true haters. But share this video if y'all will. Y'all know who I am. I am the African medicine woman. And I was just talking to Mr. Yeah. He is originally from, he grew up here. If you guys missed the first video, the first part of the video, and he grew up in West Africa. And I was just getting some male advice on males in the spiritual world and how they heal and how they become basically the men that they are without all the bull crap. So thank y'all for joining me. It was getting good and they cut them off. I'm telling you, that's how them negative energies be coming in like water. So I thank y'all for watching and joining me and Mr. Yeah, and I will catch y'all on another live video. Bye.